retirement, estate planning, getting closer and closer together. But there's a lot of difference between the two, and Morgan Hill is here to spend a few minutes talking with us about the difference between estate planning and retirement. If you had to boil it down into 20 seconds, what would it be?
You know, I think everyone needs an estate plan regardless of the age. I've seen folks in their 20s and 30s and 40s to make sure that you've got those documents in place if you pass away unexpectedly or you need help or you find yourself in a medical emergency. Retirement planning is when we get into that mode that I'm living off of what I've earned, and now I've got the next 25, 30 years to plan. So we draw that distinction.
And I want to keep as much of that with me for as long as possible.
Absolutely. You know, I meet lots of people, Chip, and regardless of, we don't get into politics, but I haven't met anyone that doesn't want to keep as much of it as possible. So we work with great teams of CPAs and other tax professionals, not only in the preparation annually, but also making sure that we've got long-range planning to make sure that those you love and leave behind have those tax advantages.
For the newly retired or those who are thinking about it, what's the biggest mistake most early retirees make?
Yeah, one of the things that we've seen is what's the tax impact once they retire, and it's not just the gross, but it's the net, and making sure that they've got a good budget in place to make sure that all those streams of money after taxes and what their expenses will be match, because I think what we've seen is when you retire, when every day is Saturday, spending has a tendency to change, and you want to make sure that those two things, budget, expenses, and income after tax, line up.
You want the experts at Hill and Hill Financial. Morgan, good to see you as always.
Always. Thanks,
HillandHillFinancial.com will put you in touch. HillandHillFinancial.com.